The Handmaid's Tale has reached its long-awaited conclusion. The final episode delivers a powerful, emotional, and thought-provoking end to June Osborne's journey, one that stays true to the show's roots while also bridging the gap to the Testaments, the upcoming sequel series based on Margaret Atwood's second Gilead novel. Here's a breakdown of what happens in the finale and what it all means. Mayday's attack changes everything. The finale kicks off with the aftermath of Mayday's successful attack on a Gilead plane carrying top commanders, including Nick, Wharton, and Lawrence. This single act shifts the power balance in Gilead's Boston region, enabling the U.S. to reclaim the city. But the victory comes at a cost. Leaders are dead, survivors are scattered, and the war is far from over. June returns to where it all began. In the finale's final moments, June returns to the Waterford house, the place where her nightmare began. She sees her old room and the infamous message scrawled on the wall. No light, T bastards carborundum. With memories of Hannah flooding her mind, June begins recording her story, echoing the idea that the series has always been her message to her daughter. This symbolic return ties the show's ending to its beginning, showing both how far June has come and how much remains unchanged in the fight against Gilead. Why June doesn't reunite with Hannah. June's journey throughout the series has centered on rescuing Hannah. However, she still doesn't find her daughter in the finale. That's because Hannah remains deep inside Gilead's territory, out of reach. Showrunner Yulin Chong confirmed that the writers' hands were tied due to continuity with the Testaments, where Hannah remains in Gilead and grows up as Agnes. Instead, the finale focuses on June sharing her story with Hannah, offering emotional closure without breaking canon. Serena's redemption and June's forgiveness. In a surprising twist, June forgives Serena Joy. Once her cruel oppressor, Serena now finds herself in a refugee camp, stripped of power and uncertain of her future. The tables have turned. Serena ends where June began. This poetic reversal highlights June's growth and her ability to extend compassion, recognizing that Serena too was shaped and broken by the system. Emily's return explained. One of the biggest shocks is the return of Alexis Bledl's Emily. After leaving the series in Season 4, she reappears in the finale, revealing that she's been working undercover in Gilead, helping Mayday from the inside. Her reunion with June is brief, but powerful, offering fans long-awaited answers about her disappearance. Why June and Luke go their separate ways. June and Luke part ways in the finale, not because of lost love, but because the war has changed them. Their shared trauma and obsession with rescuing Hannah have pushed them apart. Still, they promise to meet again someday, hinting at possible reunification in the Testament's timeline. Janine finally gets her moment. In one of the finale's most emotional scenes, Janine reunites with her daughter thanks to Aunt Lydia and Commander Lawrence's widow. While not everyone finds peace, Janine's arc comes full circle. Her reunion shows that despite all the suffering, there are still victories to celebrate, no matter how small. Comparing the show's ending to the book. The series' finale goes far beyond the book's original ending. In Atwood's novel, June disappears into uncertainty, her fate unknown. But the show gives her more agency. Her decision to record her story directly mirrors the book's final, historical notes, chapter, where future scholars analyze June's tapes. In the show, we witness her making those recordings. What happens between the finale and the Testaments? The show ends, but the story isn't over. The Testaments takes place about 15 years later. By then, Hannah, now Agnes, has become an aunt, unaware of her true identity. Nicole, raised in Canada, becomes a fierce critic of Gilead, not knowing she's baby Nicole. Aunt Lydia becomes a secret rebel, writing a manifesto that helps turn the tide. The final message: why June keeps fighting. June doesn't win, but that's not the point. Through her tears, her scars, and her recorded words, she finds purpose. As Emily reminds her, they fight not for themselves, but for the future, for Oliver, for Hannah, for every girl still trapped in Gilead. The ending isn't about victory, it's about resistance, legacy, and the stories that carry revolutions forward.